Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in and checking out my latest video. So today's video is going to be talking about the upcoming matchup taking place between Dillian Whyte versus Derek Chisora over in the UK. Now, if you've been following this fight, both of these guys have been trading insults to lead up to this fight. Johnny Nelson recently interviewed them. They got in a scuffle on air. This is a fight of two guys who really do not like each other. Boxing fans love these type of fights. And I think that we're going to be in for a good, entertaining matchup, in my opinion, a fun fight. Now, when I look at both of these guys, let's start off with Derek Chisora and he brings to the table in this fight. So Derek Chisora is a guy, small heavyweight. You look at him as a fighter. This is a guy who likes to work his jab to the head and the body. He's a guy who loves to throw his overhand right. His right hand may be his most effective power punch, I would say, if you're looking at Chisora as a fighter. He's hard to finish, very durable fighter. He's been in with a lot of experienced fighters, top-level guys like David Haye, Tyson Fury, and Vladimir Klitschko. Um, Also, when I look at Chisora, you got to give him credit for being into this position in his career. So this is a guy, I believe, who has lost a step. Nonetheless, here he is in a high-profile fight against Dillian Whyte. So you really got to hand it to him. This guy's a great showman. He knows what he's doing in terms of that regard. And also, Chisora, when I look at him as a fighter, I think he's most effective when he's the aggressive fighter. He's pushing his opponents back on the ropes, and he's taking away some of that height and reach advantage that he is lacking as a fighter. Now, when I look at Dillian Whyte as a fighter, this is a guy who, going back to the Anthony Joshua fight, for example, that was a classic heavyweight fight, one of my favorite fights I've seen in a very long time. Dillian Whyte showed a tremendous amount of heart in that fight, taking some vicious shots by Anthony Joshua and carrying on forward. I was really impressed by the heart that he showed, and he had some moments in the fight, of course, hurting Anthony Joshua at one point in that matchup. Now, when I look at Whyte, I've seen to think that he has improved his stamina recently, and he's become less reckless and caring more about his defense, in my opinion. So those are very good improvements I've noticed from Dillian Whyte, and I think that will bring him farther as a fighter, in my opinion. Now, some of the punches he likes to use is he likes to work the body. He's a guy who'll work off his jab. He'll throw the right hand. His left hook, in my opinion, is vicious, probably one of his best punches in his arsenal. He's also a guy who will throw uppercuts. Yeah, Dillian Whyte, interesting guy, improving as a fighter. And in this matchup, it's interesting because both of these guys are kind of similar in stature. And Dillian Whyte reminds me a bit of his personality-wise of Derek Chisora early in his career. A lot less stupid, in my opinion, but nonetheless, kind of similar in that regards. So who would I say is going to win this fight, in my opinion? So I think when you look at some of the advantages here, Chisora, of course, we have to give him the edge in experience. As a fighter, he's fought pretty much everything. So Dillian Whyte, nothing that he can bring to the table is going to surprise Derek Chisora. Dillian Whyte, his advantage in this fight, I believe, will be his youth. He's been in a lot less battles than Derek Chisora has. Also, I believe he is a bigger power puncher of the two. And I also believe a key factors for this fight is that I've noticed a lot of times Derek Chisora in some previous fights, especially now that he's lost a step, he's having issues getting underneath that jab or getting around that jab in general. So I think if Dillian Whyte utilizes that jab, which he's been doing more since the Joshua fight, especially with he can crack a bit, I think he's going to cause Derek Chisora some issues to come on the inside where he's most effective and be the active, aggressive fighter that Chisora is best suited for. So, in my opinion, I believe that I'm going to take Dillian Whyte in this fight. I think he has more left in the tank at this point of his career. And like I just said, I think that Derek Chisora is going to have a hard time getting on the inside on Dillian Whyte. When Whyte is using that jab and connecting with some power punches, I think it's going to make Chisora hesitant. And also the biggest factor for me is the lack of activity level that Derek Chisora fights with now compared to previously in his career. I think that's going to be a huge issue against Dillian Whyte. Let me know what you guys think on the fight. I'm going to take Whyte by unanimous decision. I give Chisora a lot of respect. Tough guy. I got Dillian Whyte by decision in this fight. Let me know what you guys think on the fight. Who do you guys got in this matchup? Also, I believe Anthony Joshua will stop Molina within 5 rounds. As you know, I've been very impressed with Anthony Joshua in the past. I don't feel the need to make a prediction video on that fight. I just think that Joshua just holds too many weapons in that fight, and he's going to outclass Molina. and continue on his path. And hopefully next year we got a fight between Anthony Joshua and any of the top level heavyweights. So that'd be great to see. And yeah, interesting matchups there, guys. Great card in the UK once again. The fans over there deserve it. Best fans in the world. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning into the video. Once again, appreciate it. Thank you very much.